as teachers fight to bring back the glory of the profession after the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, the abrupt closure of the schools due to COVID-19 affected the finances of private schools that were dependent on tuition paid by learners. In this following report, we look at the plight of teachers in Lira district as the country prepares to reopen schools.
Geoffrey Richard Olida, aged 32 years, pursued a diploma in teacher education of Chambogo University, a course he completed in 2010. Olida returned to his native district of Lira in a search for a job, which was lucky to get at the wake of the COVID-19-induced lockdown. Lira was a head teacher of Mother Mary Nursery Primary School, Lira City. Little did he know the situation would persist much longer.
Before the lockdown, I was teaching in a private school. I qualified in 2010.
When the situation soured, Lira started to battle with an idle mind, thinking loud on the next course of action. It was at this time that Lira received an alert that Uganda police was recruiting special police constables for the 2021 general elections.
But eventually I joined the force. I worked for 3 months and I was successfully paid 3 months. Each month I was getting 375,000 shillings. So out of these 375,000 shillings times 3, that took me around 1 million point something. And I managed to save 800.
The 3 months he spent keeping law and order was a blessing in disguise, as he saved some money for his other plans. Mr. Lira, a former police constable, decided to sell off some of his livestock and poultry to top up on his savings to acquire a motorcycle and joined the border transport business.
On this motorcycle you're seeing, I went ahead and got it on a loan, riding it as a border. You can see me with my passenger. I'm enjoying the service right now. I am self-employed because I didn't want to sit down. My family is looking at me. We formed a team of 20 members, but we were not given our money, the Myoga money. We did not get it.
He is among the teachers who have fully embraced vaccination in response to President Museveni's advice that all teachers get a jab before schools can reopen January next year.
I went ahead and vaccinated as a teacher. You can see here. It is where I went ahead and vaccinated, and I'm not experiencing anything. I don't have any single pain. I vaccinated 3 weeks ago because it was a mandate from our district, Lira district, that whoever is not vaccinated will not get to class. So me, I went ahead and vaccinated. Teachers, don't listen to anybody who is going to criticize this. I appeal to you, go and get yourself vaccinated. This is your life.
As fears rage that most teachers in the private schools could have adopted other ventures during the lockdown, chances are high that there might be a disconnect with their otherwise noble profession.
At first we were thinking of a restaurant, but we saw that the restaurant may require a lot of things. So we started a food cafe where we deal in snacks basically and juice.
Teachers have accumulated utility areas, teachers have accumulated so many effects. These are men and women who have families to feed each and every day, but they have been out of work for the last 2 years or so. We may have a lot of challenges in future. Many people will shun the profession because of what we have gone through during this pandemic.
Private teachers got a donation from the president, and they have failed to access that money ever since. And I want to tell you, as I have done before, that is not because the Ministry of Education has not tried to help them. So we then asked them now to take it on themselves and form an association, a private association for private teachers, private school teachers. And they've been working together to find a way as to how their money can get to them. So I personally wanted this money to go to an agency that is formed by the private schools teachers and deal with it themselves. The money is still with the Ministry of Finance up to this day.
A number of teachers in private schools are surviving on handouts from generous parents, as school proprietors are unable to pay them because of the COVID-19-induced lockdown. On economic versatility, Bernard Higa, UBC News.
The plight of private school teachers as we continue in this COVID-19 lockdown.